Hey guys, welcome back. Hope you're having a good day. It is Thursday, May 15th. We're going to review the 0-day options I traded today on SPY with our small account challenge. Yeah, small account blew up if you watched yesterday's video. Took some time, but yeah, it's going to need a reset. So I sent in and we'll get it funded with $500 and we'll start again on Tuesday, but I still have my big account that I'll review trades on for today, and then I did a paper trade also. I put arrows in here. I spent time putting arrows in, and I actually missed the big trade because of it, so you better appreciate this. This morning I was here on time, so jumped in this morning on the 30-minute. This is Eric at SPY Day Trading. Link for his Discord is in the description, as well as mine. That just made me lose everything. Cool. Okay. You know, where are we? There. Yeah, so this morning, gap down right here. That's the first 30-minute candle. So remember how I was saying this liquidity here? We need to have the move before the move. We need the head down here, the head up here to potentially then come down and grab it or come up and grab it. So that was today. It wasn't too big of a head, but sure enough, this is a head. Bounced on his yellow. Grabbed all this liquidity here on the break of this gold line right here. I was on the 11 o'clock 30-minute candle. So that was the move today. We finally had some continuation, but as you see, we're still tapering with this gold channel here also. So, but an actual continuation today. So nice trades all around. So this morning I was just blowing, pretty much just scalping until the move happened, and then basically once I stopped trading that was when the move happened. But we'll review it anyways. I was pretty aggressive this morning and it was working well. It was just kind of felt good. I was trusting my instinct. Basically my number one goal right now is to build confidence. It's not to make money, it's just to build confidence. So my accuracy today was like, I think almost 100%. So that was awesome for confidence. So big win today as far as that goes. Red arrows are puts, open to puts. Green arrows are closing, taking profit. So I took puts right after this candle closed, just because it broke this gold channel I drew here. But before it did that, I had this white one drawn, and then it did complete this inverse cup, and it started to rally up. And as it was getting up here, I quickly drew this resistance right here, the top of these two candles. And then I noticed, all right, it's resisting there, so that's being confirmed. And then I was like, well, it's not completing the cup to the upside. This could be a little handle. It broke the gold, and that's all I needed. So got puts here, got 3 of them. Sold the first one here, basically low a day. Sold one here, just long, a lot of volatility on that one. So got a nice couple fills there, and then sold one on the low of this whatever this is, this red channel. So didn't leave a runner because it was a tight range early morning, just taking quick profits. So yeah, first trade felt good, and then we're off. So at this point we're cruising down here. Thought I could take longs on the break of this red, could take them on a break of this white. This was liquidity down here being built, but doesn't mean it also couldn't be an inverse head. Didn't take any calls here. Again, tight range early morning, had a green trade. I was just kind of hanging out. Came up here, broke this. I wasn't super comfortable with the calls, so I actually paper traded this one. Took calls here on the break of this one. I didn't chart it because this was just a paper trade. Took calls here and sold a bunch top of high a day. And my line was a little bit further up before, but basically sold most of them up here near where the top of this channel met, which was the support from down here. There's also the resistance right there if you see it. So left a couple runners. It stopped out, I think, somewhere in here, I guess. Yeah, wasn't too concerned with that. I didn't even see what the P&L was on the paper, but oh well. And then wait a minute. Okay, so gold is calls. Gold are calls. White is a break even. Green is profit. So had the purple, it rejected it here, was confirming to me. Purple, red we already had confirmed. that was legitimate. Gold, I liked still. White, I liked. I think they were all good. So had to move to the upside. At this point, we have liquidity up here for a shoulder. Coming down, I'm looking for a bounce on purple or a break on purple to get puts to grab that liquidity. But since it was starting to show support on purple, I went ahead and got calls right here after that first candle. And then looking at it, I'm like, all right, I'm kind of front running a little bit because I hadn't broken my white channel here, which at that point was my steepest downward channel. So it could have just been building a little liquidity, retesting white, and then flushing. So because of that, I took one at break even. I got 3 calls. Took one at break even on the next candle, and then took one for a pretty good profit. These are, I don't know, 10 or 15%. I mean, it's a tight range, so it's not crazy, but yeah, basically I took it because it was coming up to test this white, which could have been resistance. So yeah, ended up trading quite a bit in this little choppy liquidity section, which is okay. Yeah, and then it did break it. So then I'm like, okay, that gives me confirmation to go long. But I think, yeah, I had the red channel by then. So my long, yeah, anyways, confirmation to go long. So it came down, started grinding down this, and my stop is basically this purple channel. So it wicked down here, and then it settled, and I got more calls there. At this point, I was out of, I think I had maybe 3 total. Yeah, because I'd sold 2. Then I got 2 more here, and then this next candle wicked down, and I stopped out of them. So close out of all of them. I didn't wait for the candle to close, which is kind of my rule. Sometimes I don't. Part of the reason also is because it was at VWAP. This was definitely liquidity being built. There's not really any structure here. It needed to really grab this up here and break that. So this was an early trade anyways, and so I just, yeah, I got sketched out, stopped out, and then it came up here, and okay, so it wicked. So then I got back in, calls here, sold 1 here, and so my first basically take profit is this red line in case that is resistance, and this is just wedge, which is, we have this wedge right here at this point, purple and red. Took 1 here, I think stopped out, yeah, just took 1 or 2, I can't remember, and then stopped out of 1 here. So these I'm either going to stop out at break even, which that's what that was because it's white, or if it doesn't stop me out, I am going to take more at high of day, and then the last one at the top of purple. In this case, it stopped me out, which was nice because then it came down. Could have gotten puts there. Again, this is aggressive, this tight of a range. And a wise man once said, that's Eric at Spy Day Trading, don't take profits in the same range. Once you've extracted the profits you can from this range, don't keep trading in it. So I wasn't quite to that point yet because I was still kind of waiting for a move. And that's the reason why I didn't keep trading up here actually. But anyways, so broke the purple finally. So we have a nice head, we have your shoulder liquidity. It's grabbing me at breaking purple, everything I want to see. I got puts there. It was kind of starting to chop, build more liquidity. I sold 1 for break even, and then I sold 1 for a nice profit right here. And then I stopped out, or no, I sold 1 right here once it broke the white. I sold the last one there. So sold 1, break even, profit, and then sold 1. I didn't have this white channel at that point because this was drawn because of this. So again, not continuation to the downside. So we're kind of wedging, kind of figuring out which way it wants to go. And on the 30-minute, kind of the same deal. It's just below all of that liquidity, waiting to see if it's going to go up and grab it, but still don't know. Came up here, and then once it was doing this, I was like, all right, I'm not trading this range. I'm going to wait for it to break out of the high day or low day. And then I started drawing in all these crazy arrows that took forever. And then it does this. It broke it, and I'm looking at it, I'm like, And then it comes down and flushes. I'm like, oh, maybe my channel's like a little bit off, and that's still inside. But I think it was actually just a false break and then a stop hunt, because then this thing came down a perfectly retested purple, which is this one that I duplicated here. And to give you a nice little inverse head, shoulder on the break of this red one right here. So this would have been an entry with, your take profits are going to be high of day, and then really purple, top of purple, if you can make it. So I didn't take this trade. I was done by then anyways. I was green. Just happy with the accuracy, really. Came up, didn't make really a handle at all. So hit high of day, did a little something here, but it wasn't really a structure worthy of getting in. I mean, it's just an aggressive one basically if you're doing it. I didn't duplicate. I was gone by that point. But yeah, if you follow the gold channel and put it here, that's when you start taking profits. And then yeah, look, top of purple, taking profits. I mean, it's not perfect, but it's close. Anytime you get good candles in your favor on 0 DTE, you want to just take them. So kept kind of hitting that range up there. I was gone for all of this, and then it's just kind of building liquidity again. I just came back in the last 30 minutes, quickly drew in some channels, saw that the red was still repeating, still had that one, and then I drew in this white one, this mellow one down here, which didn't end up coming into play. I don't know if it was even legit. Drew this one, and so what do you know, there's a wedge coming into close. So I'm kind of waiting for it to break the wedge either one way or the other, and then it did. Just before the 10 minute move. So broke here. I got calls. I didn't mark these because I just did it. Got calls there. I had to scale down, only got 2. Sold 1 top of this green candle. And I had 1 more, and the other one was for high day or potentially top of this white. And it ended up not having continuation and chopping. And my stop out is this gold right here, which actually made that trade a red one, unfortunately. So bottom at 500 or $5, sold the first one at 680 right here, and then stopped out on this one, unfortunately, way down here. It ended up just grinding in. That one I stopped out at 204. So yeah, nature of 0 DTE. Typically I would take more. I was being a little greedy, I guess, but that was my only one, so I was trying to have it as a runner. If I'd done 3, I probably would have had 2 sold by then. So then it's funny that actually having fewer contracts in this case kind of bit me, because my runner is half of the position instead of 33.3%. So in that case, yeah. But that's okay, still green. Very happy with the accuracy down here. Confidence booster for sure. And we are on our 30-minute, we are moving up. Slowly but surely. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Sub up, like up, comment down. Happy money sticks around. I don't know. Yeah, there's nothing really to show. That's it. Peace out.